another episode of the Negative Degree Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Frostbite. Before we get into the topic at hand, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I am. Hold on one sec. Didn't realize this thing. It's like, ooh, there we go. All right. Before we get into the podcast, make sure you like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, all the good shit. I have a Discord. Discord link is in the description. Join the Frozen Wasteland. Be a part of the conversation. Let me know your opinions and everything like that. If there's a topic that you want me to talk about, let me know. Depending on what it is, I may talk about it on this podcast. Sorry. A little sick still. And just fucking tired. And still got the Broncos in the back. Got the hat on. I already know. We're supposed to be playing the Chiefs right now. Thought it was a later game. This one might be short. Don't know. Depends on how I really feel. Which is what this topic is going to be about today. What's up, Alex? See you in the chat. Leave a comment. Leave a chat. You know, whatever. There's a question. I'll read it out on the air. I am doing this live. I'm going through Restream. I am on YouTube and Facebook right now. So, once again, leave a comment if you want to, I don't know, send a tip or whatever. That's on you. So, I'm not feeling too great. And I know that's usually me just in a nutshell, but I don't know, maybe it's just seasonal depression or whatever. But I have many things wrong with me. Very many things. And the one major thing is that I have a problem with being around people and thinking that nobody wants to be around me or nobody wants me around or shit like that. It's a huge problem in my life. It's been like that since probably high school. Maybe even before then. Case in point, last night, or I guess this morning or whatever, I was DJing an after party. You know, I was on the flyer, everything like that. And in my mind, especially after having a long ass day, like I was in bed, and I was just like, do I really need to go? Do I really want to go? Does anybody care that I'm going to be there? Is anybody even going to care that I'm DJing this shit? And it was a huge turnout. It was a lot of people. It was a house party. You know, I get there, I do my thing. People are dancing. People dancing so hard that they break the floor. Sorry to you, JT and Brooke. But yeah, the entire time I'm just there, and I'm having fun DJing, but I'm having a miserable time with all these people around me. I don't know if it's anxiety, I don't know what it is, but it's a part of my brain where it's just like, it's the fight or flight thing. And I'm not gonna fight anybody because I'm in my friend's house. But it's the flight where it's like, you need to get out of here. You barely know any of these people. The people that you do know here, most of them don't even want to fucking talk to you, which did happen last night. I had people that I knew who cared more about the people who were next to me who weren't even fucking playing and would come literally up by me or next to me but wouldn't even talk to me or even say hi. What's up? Fist bump. Alex. But yeah, it was people who I would just see and just wouldn't even come up to me to say hi. And it's a usual thing. When I'm at Blue and I'd see a certain group of people, they wouldn't come up to me. They would come up to other people who I am associated with and talk to them, but won't come up to me. And they'd come up with the excuse of, oh, well, I've known them longer and I'm really awkward and blah, 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 blah. But then when you see these people at a party and they're talking to other people that they don't fucking know and are having whole conversations, it's just like, what the hell? And am I the most approachable person? No, not at all. I do think that. I do mean mug a lot. I know for women they call it resting bitch face. I call it resting nigga face or resting goon face. I do not look like somebody that wants to be talked to a lot, even though people come up to and talk to me certain times where I legit don't want someone coming up to me. But I always just feel like shit because, especially last night, like I had the DJs who were there who are my guys who are just like, "Oh man, are you leaving already?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I just don't want to be here." It's like that song by Alicia Cara, whatever the Here, whatever, where just I just don't. Well, I would rather be anywhere else, and that is 90% of the time when there's like a crowd or just people around. Just like I would rather be anywhere else than here. And I'm a DJ. Like I love being around a crowd and making them dance and shit. But there's a certain point where I'm just like, I want to get the fuck out of here. Maybe it's just, from how I grew up and shit like that. Considering, crowds where I'm from usually starts to fights, which usually starts to shootouts and whatever else. Or it is probably just because I'm really just done with partying. Like, it's not that fun for me anymore. Like, really, it's really not. Like, partying is not a big deal in my life anymore. Like, I'm 28. Do I like going out? Yes, but I like going out in the aspect of my job is to be the party for people to have fun. I want to be able to go out and have fun and just enjoy a drink, enjoy some music, maybe meet some people. Like I'm still single. So it's like still going out to like a bar or not really a club. I'll go to a club and I might see a girl, whatever, and try to talk to. Excuse me. But I do have this problem to where I'm just like no one wants me here. Like I always have that. I'm always and it's not even just that. It's in relationships, it's in friendships, stuff like that where I'm always in that worst case scenario, I guess to call it. It's always the worst case scenario thing for me. It's, oh, this person doesn't really want you. They only want you because you got this, this, and this. And I've had experiences where a lot of that is what it was. It was because I had a nice car, or because I was making decent money, or because this and that and da da da. And this is from friendships and past relationships where people would legit just use me. And it's not jaded. I'm not trying to be jaded and just, or I guess that's probably the wrong word. But it's just a thing of when you don't have reliable people around you, you never know what to think about people who want, actually do want to be around you. Like, I do have friends who actually want to be around me. I have my friend Jake, my friends Jake and Jesse. Alex, who is watching the stream right now, and also James, who is watching the stream right now. What's up, James? How you been? James is my old boss, my old manager. But there are legit people who do care about my safety and well being and stuff like that. And those people, they show it because they actually care. Like, those are the people who will call me and see how I'm doing. When I see them out, they're the first ones to come up and, make a joke and be like, hey, what's up, brother? How you been? Da da blah, blah, blah. They don't just come up to me and be like, hey, and just give me a hug and then talk to me for like 2 seconds and then go talk to somebody because they want to go do drugs. Well, I've never seen James do drugs in front of me, but I don't think he does. But anyway, there's people who actually give a fuck about my well-being. Jake is probably top tier in that one, to where every time me and him hang out, he's always trying to feed me or give me drinks or like at least one to hang out. And me and him don't talk all the time. Like, we don't. Me and him are both busy. That's the reason why he hasn't been on this podcast in so long, because he actually just got some good news and got a raise and a higher position. So I want to try to get him back on this thing. But like I said, I think it's just a mental block with me, or it's just a lot of trauma or whatever. But then in a lot of cases, it is past experience. Like I've legit had girlfriends who only just wanted me for money, and I've been verbally and physically abused a lot. It really like a lot of verbal abuse too, where it was just they would talk about my appearance and all this shit, and I just took it and I ate it, and then when I finally got done with it, then that was it. And it's a lot of mental rehab of me trying to get out of that mind state of seeing myself in a different way. And I don't think I'm a very attractive or handsome looking person. I don't. I get told that a lot, and I turn it down. A lot of compliments I turn away because I do feel like that is someone who is trying to get something from me by complimenting me, and it may not be. They could just legit feel that way and just wanted to tell me like I might have been really looking nice that day, and I don't take the compliment. A lot of people do this to me where they compliment me. I'm just like, I'm I'm not that great. I'm this and that, and it legit is a hard thing for me. You know, I was never really told. You know, my dad tells me that I'm a handsome guy, or whatever. Like he told me that when I was younger and shit too. But like, I was never told that like growing up. You know, my mom used to always tell me I was fat and ugly. When I went to school, I was always told I was fat and ugly, and then and also that nobody wanted to hang out with me and shit like that. And I've always felt like I was really different, and I still do. And it is kind of hard trying to have a social a social life when you always feel like you don't belong, and when people tell you that you don't belong, and it hurts and it sucks. And thanks, thanks, Alex. I appreciate that. But yet it sucks to when you want to do things and you want to have solid friendships and go out and meet a girl and shit like that, but then you go out and you always have that mentality of, okay, when's that next shoe gonna drop? When are they gonna stop talking to me? When is she gonna cheat on me? When is she gonna do this? When is this person gonna tell me they would just they only want me for this? When is this person just like, oh, they're gonna ask me for cash and never pay me back? When is this? When is that? That is just always my mentality. Like it's always just in my head. And then like I said, going out and being like, oh, these people don't want you around. You need to go. You know, I literally like again, like literally last night, seeing people that I know, and in my brain it's just like, oh, they're just smiling in my face. They don't really care that I'm here. They're just making small talk and just so I can get away from them, and then they'll talk shit about me when I'm gone. And it's hard. It is legit hard for me to just be like, no, they actually are excited to see me. Even the people that didn't know me when I was DJing to do my thing last night, I had people literally like having a good time, and I felt miserable because I was just like, oh, they don't care that I'm here. They just care about the music. They don't care that I'm the one doing it. They care about just trying to have fun and party and do coke and smoke weed or do whatever the fuck they were doing. I don't know what they were doing. It just in my brain, and because of the scene here, that's what I thought. But then and then overhearing people being like, "Oh, well, when is this DJ coming up? Who is this guy that's up right now?" And I know the same people who were there last night who were on the bill like me. I've seen it happen to them where there was like, oh man, this person's trash, blah blah blah, and I always stand up for him. My guy Rosie, who like a couple weeks ago, some idiot guy was like, oh, like talking to me, being like, oh man, when are you gonna be on the decks? Like you play all the good music, and I'm just like, so does he. Like just because I play a certain thing, like just because I play certain music doesn't mean that he isn't good either. But I've really have been working on trying to get better. Like I said, I'm not trying to be fucking positive, be like, oh, everybody's my friend, blah 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 blah. But I'm trying to get better into having conversations with people, and especially when I'm a public figure, somewhat public figure. Like I stay behind a fucking DJ booth, and honestly, that's another problem too that I have. I downplay a lot of things because I don't want to have a big, like, I'm not trying to have a big head. I'm not an arrogant person. None of that shit. Like I will talk my shit when I need to, but I'm just a person. I'm just an average person trying to make money, trying to live, and trying to make it. I'm not a fucking celebrity. I'm not a local celebrity. I'm not none of that. I'm just me. Like you can fucking see me in a grocery store, and I'm not gonna like, oh, you want my autograph or something? Like no, like I'll probably be in like some fucking joggers and a fucking shitty ass hoodie that has a stain on it or something, like trying to get some fucking milk and shit like that, and you probably would never know I'm a DJ at all. And I kind of like it that way, but at a certain time too, I would like it to where, people saw me. I was like, oh hey, you're DJ Frostbite. You have this and you play here, da da da, and actually be happy of what I do. Like happy at the fact that they know me. And I am happy the fact that I am a DJ and I play where I play. Like I done I've done videos on here where I was like, I'm proud that I'm a DJ at Blue. I'll like if I was the only DJ there, fucking Sunday through Saturday, I'll be the one to fucking hold the flag and be like, this is where I'm at, and y'all need to be over here. Like I'll be the fucking king of the West Side if I need to be. I'll be at Blue and Big Arbor and whoever else, and be like, fuck it. But in reality, it's a part of me where just like I would rather I like and it's not that Blue is a small place. It's not like that. It's I'm not afraid to do anything bigger, and it might be me being complacent or anything or something like that. But it's the thing of just like I'm in a comfortable place in a comfortable position, and when it's anything outside of that, I really don't want to do it. And it might be another thing of me with being around a lot of people, and it's not an anxiety thing. It's not nothing like that. Again, because anxiety would be like, oh man, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. It's like no, it's not like that. I can be in a room full of people and have no fucking problems. Sober, unsober, shit like that. Like I've been in a lot of clubs lately where it's like fucking packed out and not even having a fucking drink and just be fine with it. But it's times where I'm just like, I don't want to be here. Like I'd rather be anywhere else. And yesterday it was, like I said, it was one of those days where I was up super early. Like I was up at like 8 in the morning, had stuff to do. I had to DJ and do play by play for basketball games. Went and did some stuff around town and fucking passed out for the entire day. Like I was tired. I went to bed. I tried to take a nap at like 4:30. Ended up sleeping until like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and then starting my day. I didn't go to bed till like 7 this morning because I was up for so long. But yeah, the entire time I was just like, do I need to go? Do I want to go? Like if I don't go, I'm gonna feel like an asshole because they made a flyer. My name was on the flyer, and if I don't show up, I'm gonna look like a bad friend or bad person, and it's not gonna be. And the one of the people who was hosting or co-hosting the party is a newer DJ, and he asked me to be a part of it. Him and his girl asked me to be a part of this, and I didn't want to just like not show up and be like, oh yeah, I just didn't want to come, because then I'd just be like, why didn't you want to come? Why did you, agree to this and then all this other stuff, blah 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 blah. You know, and that's to me, even though I didn't get paid for it or whatever like that, it's unprofessional. And the last thing I want to be is unprofessional. Like I want to show up, do what I need to do, whether it is an hour or even like 15 minutes. I want to show up, do my thing. And if it was a different circumstance or if it was me being out of my head, I probably would have stayed a little bit longer. I might have stayed, an extra half hour or whatever, or even when they until they kicked everybody out. But with just everything going on, and like I said, it may just be depression. But I was just done. I was just like, I did my thing. People got to dance. I had a few people come up to me and said I had a good set, and I said goodbye to a couple people, and I was gone. It was just that part of me being like, all right, you did what you had to do, got to go before, people try to talk shit. And also, it's just people that I've seen that I used to talk to and just tried to be cool with and shit like that. And now they just don't want to give me the fucking time of day. And I'm just like, I tried to be cool about it, but just fuck them people. Like, just fuck them. Like, fuck people who who try to pretend to be cool with you, or you do something for them, and I know somebody's gonna be like, oh well, I did something for you when you changed. I'm like, no, I didn't fucking change up on you. It is a different thing of doing something for somebody and not asking anything in return, and then doing something for somebody and then holding that shit over their heads. This, especially the people that were there at this party, it was people who I did something for, trying to be a good person, and they switched up on me and just act like they're hot shit. And to those people, fuck you. And this is guy and girl. Well, guys and girls on this one. Like it hurts a lot, especially in this town, knowing how shit is, where again with the dating scene being the number 2 worst place to fucking date, and then seeing how cliquey everything is, seeing how, and I'll say this right now, the way this place is, it's like if you don't have anything to give someone, like drugs and shit like that, it's like, so like you need a reason for somebody to hang out with you, whether it's good or bad. You got to be either super popular, well known, or you got to be the fucking partier that everybody can go to and be like, oh hey, do you have this, whatever. And I'm not that. Like I'm boring. Like I'll say it out loud, I'm boring. I would rather be at home playing fucking video games, or doing this, or working on my craft, than going to fucking snort coke and doing drugs, or fucking finishing a bottle of fucking, or like doing any of this, like doing all this clubbing or whatever. I don't want to do that anymore. I did that shit when I was like fucking 22. I wasn't doing coke and shit. Something I never want to do. But I was a partier. Like I did all that shit like from 22 to 25 or whatever. And especially in this town, it's not that fucking great. It's not. And I feel like everybody thinks, and it is somewhat of a younger crowd that is in this scene and community or whatever. But there are also a lot of older people in this shit too, who are just like, oh, I need to be a part of this because this is the only thing I've known. And I am adjacent to this. I am in no kind of fucking scene. I'm not really in the EDM dubstep scene. I'm not in the rap scene. Well, not really in the rap scene. I'm just me. I'm just a black man in the middle of America trying to make dough. You know, and that's all I ever really was trying to be. I wasn't trying to fit in with the rap crowd, not really trying to fit in with this crowd and that crowd and blah blah blah. Like I'm just me. I'm just like I just want to be a better version of me, especially in the DJ style. Um. Also, speaking of that, going back to stuff, knowing a lot of DJs who again they smile in your face and tell you you're doing great and da da blah blah blah, and then you find out that they're trying to block you from doing other opportunities. And I did find this out, and I'm not gonna say names, but you know who you are. Having people tell you that they're trying to give you constructive criticism, and really not. Having people promise you things and then they don't deliver, or having people tell you that what you have isn't enough when the people that they support can't do what you do, but because they use something that what they call the DJ standard, they're considered better. And again, I'm not an arrogant person. I do what I can, whatever. There are a lot of DJs in this town I can fucking DJ circles around. There are a lot of DJs who they think because they're downtown or they have this and have that they're better than people, and you're not. You're not at all. I have seen a lot of people in this town, and a lot of you are just bland. You're boring. You are the top. You are the radio of DJ. You are the top 40. You are the, and I'm gonna go Chicago with this because I don't know really a lot of the stupid fucking radio stations here in Wichita, but well, actually I do. You know what? They are the, I think it's 93.9 or point 0.7, whatever. It is the blandest of blanding DJing. It's robotic. It's no flavor. It's no nothing. And having veterans come up to me and tell me what I need to do when a lot of them have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Well, I'm not gonna let me. No, I'll take that back. They know what they're doing, but rest. They rest on their laurels and on their I guess long lasting career. Be like, oh, I'm a veteran. I've been doing this for so long. I'm like, cool. And this is no shot to any fucking DJ, whatever. But it's like, it's cool. You grew up DJing with turntables and stuff like that, and now that we have controllers, you expect everyone to just use what you use to do the way that you did it. No, I know I'm rambling on this a little bit, but it's that part of me where I see that shit a lot. Or I not have those people come up to me and is like, "Oh man, why do you use this? Why don't you use this is so much better?" Da da blah 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 da da da. And having their little minions would who give them that mind state and try to say the same shit to me too and be like, "Oh yeah, you'll never be a good DJ or this and that if you don't use this." And it's like, I don't know. It's just stupid to me. But these are things that, I look at and I have it replayed in my head and replayed in my head. And I'm just like, is this what people really think of me? I have people tell me all the time that I'm a good DJ. Darren does it. Darren is someone who I know won't fucking lie to me. And he tells me all the time is like, dude, you are such a good DJ. You work on it every single day. You have the talent. I don't know why people don't, try to give you more opportunities. And this is from someone who literally gave me an opportunity because he saw me hustle. You know, I went from him just giving me a couple dollars just to come in on a couple days to actually making some money 3 days in a row. Having 3 days at a club to play music that I like. Well, that's what like two of those days playing music that I like and having residency, and then having a Wednesday to give to other DJs so that way they have a place to play, and basically all DJs can hang out. And having those people telling me that, oh man, this will never work. Why would you do this? Why would you want to help other DJs? It was like, why don't you? You the the I'll say this. The fact that in this town people are so big on, oh, we need to help, our community, da da blah blah blah. You know, I hear from a lot of like the rappers and artists and like local artists in this town being like, oh man, I want to get all these people out. And I will honestly say this in the rap scene and community and stuff, they do actually help a lot of people out. You might not see a lot of people fuck with each other, but you will see a lot of variety on stage and stuff like that. You don't see this in the DJ community because so many of these people are so scared to fucking lose their spot because they know they are not fucking talented enough. Or it's not even that they're not talented enough. They are literally, and I apologies because I don't know the fucking Lord of the Ring thing, but whatever the one that's always like my precious. That's a lot of these DJs here. Is a lot of, oh no, this is my precious. Like if I lose this, I'm nothing. And I know DJs like that. I'm not saying names. I'm not gonna say who, but and if you're watching this live stream, people, you know who I'm talking about. And they see someone like me, and they try to keep me out. The booking DJs keep me out. People who are like have these powers keep someone like me or Moss or whatever out because of how we look, how people think, what people think that we play, and shit like that. And I'm just like, fuck off. I get a lot of shit because you don't notice I'm black. Yeah, and the fact that people think that if I go to a club I'm just gonna play nothing but fucking rap music. No, if you put me somewhere, you're getting rap, you're getting rock, you're getting EDM, you're getting pop, you're getting house music, you're getting a plethora of fucking shit. And I know I'm kind of going off course with this, but I'm just trying to fucking speak my mind because I'm pissed. I'm a little bit pissed off. It shocks me that for a place that isn't that fucking big, Wichita's not big at all. I think it's supposed to be like what I think from what I remember it's like 30 DJs or something, probably even more. I see so many fucking newer DJs coming out. I'm just like, who the fuck is this person? Um, but it's so many DJs and not a lot of places. And when you could have something to where you could have like four DJs, probably not even four, in a weekend, could have like 8 DJs in a month, probably play at a place, probably even 10 DJs at a place in a month. Newer, you don't have that. You will see the same person at one place forever. And I'm just like, do you need all like? It's different if like, and it's one person. I know they do a lot of stuff at one place, and I'm not talking about them. They're actually a decent person. But for the other places where you only see like maybe one or two of these same fucking people every weekend, shit gets tiring. you hear the same shit all the time. Like even I got to a point where I was like stagnant and playing some of my same mixes over and over, and I was like, I gotta change this shit up. And for them, they don't. It's just, oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm big and blah blah blah. I was like, no. And it's those same people who take places like Blue for granted, and it's like, oh, I don't need to be here. I do this for I'm here for practice because I can be downtown. It was like, be downtown. You don't need if you don't want to be here. You think you don't need to be here, leave and I'll take your spot. Or I know DJs who would love to have the opportunity to play in a place like this who could bring a crowd bigger than you. You know, and I know I went a little bit off course on the big the big topic I wanted to on here, but honestly, stuff like this applies to why I have the problems that I do because it is a lot of they smile in your face, but they're backstabbers. You know, having what the fuck did I say? Having a bartender who tells people that come into the place that you DJ that a certain night is weird because you have other DJs who come in who play different styles and drive people away. Yeah, that's fucked up. Or tell you to your face that, oh, you're a good DJ, but this person is better because they play the music that I like. They play old school stuff. I'm just like, oh, so the old school stuff that I was playing earlier, you didn't like? It is just fucked up everywhere. And I'm glad I don't have to see that one person anymore. Good fucking riddance. You suck, and I hope you don't ever get your money back for what you spend on a trip. Ha ha. Sorry, being a little petty right now. I went from sad boy to just being petty and just angry motherfucker. I lost my train of thought. Apology. And but it is it this is something I'm trying to work on. Am I gonna be Mr. Positivity? Oh hell no. Am am I ever just gonna be like, oh, I don't care that these people don't care that I'm here. I'm gonna fucking rock the show. It's probably not all the time, and I get that. No matter what, there's gonna be people who don't want me there or don't even care that I'm there, or whatever. I get that. I deal with that on a fucking daily to weekly basis. It's just certain part of me where it's like I am kind of over being underlooked. I don't know if that's like well, I guess overlooked, not underlooked, overlooked, or just having people in my life who doesn't really care or just uses me until they find someone who they could mooch off of, and that's been the most recent thing of, hey, I'm gonna latch on to this person, and then when I'm getting tired of them, I'm gonna go to get to somebody else. And it feels like what dating is, or even just a lot of shit is right now. It's whether you fucking or somebody spending money on you or this and that, blah blah blah. You use them to the point where it's like, okay, I'm done with you, and get to the next person. It was someone recently who wasn't trying to go out with, was just trying to be a cordial friend, and they kept saying, "Oh, I just want to be friends. I just want to be friends." And I feel like if we keep hanging out, you're gonna catch feelings. I was just like, I wasn't, and I will say this: I'm not a dickhead all the fucking time. I'm not some misogynistic asshole. It might seem like it on this fucking podcast, especially with certain episodes that I've done. I'm not. I am a gentleman to. I'm a gentleman to the right person. I will say that. Like I am a gentleman until you piss me off. I will still say how I feel about you. I am straightforward to a huge degree, which a lot of people can't handle. The person I was trying to be a friend to and be cool with, they went through something, and to I was trying to make them feel better, and I took them out on a friend date. Had a good time, wanted to hang out, shit like that, and they kept saying that, oh well, if we keep hanging out, that or doing all this, you might catch feelings. Never caught feelings. And for people who don't know me, I do say how I feel about someone. I did say she looked good, this and that, blah blah blah, but I also set boundaries. So I was like, I don't want to have sex with you. I don't want this. I don't want that. I explained, and also she was too young. She was like 20. She's 22. I was like, I don't want to do anything because neither one of us are ready for anything physical or emotional shit like that. I just broke up with somebody. She just got hurt by somebody. Last thing I need is a bunch of fucking drama, and anything physical between us is gonna start a lot of drama. And I was like, fuck that. I put all that on the table, and then they were the ones who just stopped it. And I'm just like, fuck it. You know what? Why even bother? Now I see this person literally fucking. Well, I don't see him fucking, but I see this person messing around with a lot of different guys and shit like that, and calling themselves a hoe, and a fuck girl, and all this other shit. And it kind of fucks with you a little bit because it's like you were a good person. Like I'm a good person, whether you think I am or not. I try to do something nice for someone. No, no strings attached. Didn't have to pay me back. Wasn't nothing like that. It was you went through something. I saw you sad. You're looking miserable. I offered something. You accepted the offer. Had a good time. Good. We're gonna have another good time. Going out dance or whatever. She stopped it, and now she's like fucking every guy in Wichita. And I was like, you know what? I dodged a bullet. And at first, I didn't see it that way, and I didn't see it that way last night because I ended up seeing her. You know, she's with some black dude or whatever. After being with two guys who were in fucking relationships, it dawned on me and just like, you know what? I really did dodge a bullet. Did I spend some money? Yes, but at the same time, it's just a lot of you got to take some pain to harden yourself a bit. You know, it is you gotta learn. Is just the whole thing of learning from your mistakes, and I made a lot of them, a lot. You know, I wouldn't be doing this podcast and talking from experience if I didn't make a lot of mistakes and talk to the wrong people and date the wrong people and shit like that. Life fucking sucks a lot, and it's only getting worse because people are just getting fucking stupider and stupider. And that's my opinion. You may think the same thing. And it's sad. It's annoying. It pisses me the fuck off. It might be this way, or maybe people might fucking wake up and just realize, hey, things need to fucking change. I try to do that every day. As someone who has tried to kill themselves multiple times, who has thought about crashing his car, who's hurt himself in different ways, who has cut themselves before, who has found other ways of hurting themselves, like by overeating or just starving themselves, or just being a fucking masochist and just whatever. I'm still trying to find ways to be happy. I haven't found the right one yet. I don't know if I will ever be happy, but I have my outlets. I have my DJing. I have my video games. I have this podcast to where my experiences may not be for everybody, but there are people who may feel and think the same way I do. This is, I want, I'm going to say this. I know it's going to sound weird. I want to be for people how Tyler the Creator was for me. And for those of you who don't know, Tyler the Creator was, he talks a lot in, I think it's like the Wolf album, where it was like hearing people say that, he was the reason why somebody put the knife down and didn't kill themselves, or there's not blah, blah, blah. He was that for me. He was someone that he saw the world like I did. He was an outcast. He was someone that people told him he would never have a hit record or never get a Grammy and shit like that. Dude beat out fucking DJ Khaled for fucking like album of the year and shit like that. And is successful. And I want to be that for people who are like me, who think like me, who have problems like me. And hey, like I said, I might not be the perfect person, nor will I ever be, and I will never say I will be, because I have my problems, and I know that people who are like me, who have these same problems and and are struggling to talk about it to people, and that's the reason why I do this. And I don't even know how long I've been going with this, but I think I'm going to end it there, because I talked a lot about stuff. It was kind of a mixed bag, but going from thinking I don't belong, and I probably don't in a lot of places, to just, hey, if there's anybody else out there who feels like they don't belong, talk to me. Said, follow the Discord, be a part of the Frozen Wasteland, and let's talk. We can have these conversations, and hey, it may not get better, but I'm not trying to be a fucking therapist or anything, but hey, let's talk. But that is going to be the end of this podcast, because I do want to try to go watch some of this Broncos game. I don't know what quarter it is, or if it's at the half. I don't know. Apparently it started at 3:05, and I started this at like 3:20. But once again, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on everything, Facebook, Twitter, if Twitter's still going to be around. Instagram, they got a fucking TikTok that I have nothing on, but just go follow it. Again, follow me on, join me on Discord, where we can have these conversations about whatever, whether you feel like I do, that you don't belong and you don't want to be here, or it could be anything else. It could be any type of fucking problems. Be a part of the Discord. Link is in the description. Everything is Negative Degree Podcast, except Instagram, that is Negative Degree Pod. If I'm able to switch it, I will. But if not, hey, it's going to be that. Thank you for the people who watched this. Sorry for being so negative or depressing, but there's going to be episodes like this. Don't like it, don't watch it. There's a warning on this for a reason. But all right, everybody, I've been your host, DJ Frostbite. Have a decent day, or decent rest of your Sunday. I may do an episode tomorrow, but until then, stay negative, my friends.